New Jersey Bears and the Express Hockey Club. Bears in their brown jerseys with the yellow and white trim, they're going right to left. Express in their white jerseys with the black and red trim, they're going left to right. Starting goalies today, Dylan McLean between the pipes for the Bears. Kieran Humphreys in net for the Express. Getting ready for puck drop. Both teams lined up at center ice, although we have a little bit of a delay. Referee tending to the Express net on the left side. So yesterday, the Bears played their first game of the showcase. They lost that one 3-1 to the Connecticut Nor'easter. And the Express already played 2 games, 6-1 win against the Little Flyers yesterday. They won their first game against the Little Flyers by a score of 6-1, and then they beat the Providence Capitals by a score of 5-2, so it was a doubleheader for them. This is their final game of the showcase. The puck is down, we are underway. The Express won the face-off. It goes behind the goal and wrapped around to the near side. It's picked up by Zachary Chang. Digging for it now is Troy Gorski. He had lost possession, taken right back in by the Express. Here's Jackson Guimond. Guimond threw one out in front. His intended target was Michael Moscone. But the Bears get control. They'll start the breakout as it's flipped across the middle, and it's controlled by Guimond. It's intercepted just outside the blue line, and Kieran Humphreys makes a save on a shot from the neutral zone. Bears looking to set up here on offense. They have control. Guimond got a piece of the puck. It went towards Humphreys. He never covered it, but the whistle blew. Referee lost sight of it. The Bears now in their second season in the EHLP. Last year they hit 20 wins, 20-17-5. Jackson Brasser, head coach for this Bears squad. This is flipped up in the air, and back to collect is the defenseman, Charles Nelson. Good job tracking down that puck. The Express get it right back. Gonzalez swings it over to the far side. It rolls up to the point. Shot from the blue line is deflected on goal, and a good save by Dylan McLean. That was Daly who was camped out in front, but the Bears get possession, and it's skated out by Jet Weatherhead. He steps over the red line. He'll dump it in. Both teams going for a change, more so the Bears. As it goes out to Will Farrow at the neutral zone. Dumped it in. Nolan Lambert went D-to-D. And it's kept alive by Christopher Hansen. Taken around the goal. Pass out in front. Karam's out towards the point. And it's settled by Liam Stoddard. Throws one towards the net. And it's deflected wide by Xander Boatman. Here's one of the captains, Thomas Box, returning defenseman for this New Jersey team. As Lambert settles it in his own end. Got it across, he'll get it right back in his own corner. The Express starting the breakout as a shot from the point goes wide. Brady Penner dropped it back. Switched over to Lambert. He one-hands it towards the half wall. This is cleared away. This is a rolling puck end over end all the way down for an icing. Box there to confirm it. Really good pace in the opening minutes here between these two teams. The Express Hockey Club winning their first 2 games. They're the only team, by the way, in the EHL or the Showcase to not play a game prior to the Showcase. Every other team had played at least one regular season game, but the Express starting their season with the Icebreaker Showcase, and fittingly enough, they're the hosting team. Although technically Not sure if you can say that about this Premier team since we're not playing at Cadillac Ice Arena over in Walpole. Puck gets flipped directly over the glass. So we have a stoppage. Carson Eddington just sailed it right over everything. Express win another face-off. This time it is rifled off the glass, but it takes a big carom and it sails all the way down across the goal line for another icing. Earlier today in this rink, we had an exhibition matchup. The Union Junior Thunder played against Delta College Prep. Union won that one by a score of 6-3. Matei Dank had a hat trick in that contest. Union will play again later today at 3 p.m. They'll face the Connecticut Nor'easter. That will be the last game in this rink for day 3 of the showcase. In the meantime, Dominic Mouchon, leading EHLP scorer, sends one towards the front of the goal, and it goes right into Kieran Humphreys, and he will cover. Mouchon, coming into today, leads the EHLP with 8 points in 3 games, 2 goals, 6 assists. He's been playing in Hunterdon for the last few years for the youth team and also played for the Bears EHLP team last season. Taking it wide is Michael Moscone on his forehand, gets hauled down. No penalty on the play. Good recovery there by New Jersey. From the point, it's floated in by Will Link. And a breakout pass goes off a skate. Express looking to capitalize as it's thrown towards the front of the goal. McLean got a piece of it with the pad. And now it's skated out towards the neutral zone. Tapped in, giving chase is Mouchon. Taken by Link. And now he turns on the Jets. Link cuts across the middle. Takes it down the right wing side. Link still in his forehand. Takes a shot that's blocked away by McLean. Thomas Box will serve it out to center ice. This goes all the way down, crosses the goal line, and this will be an icing, this time against the Bears. So the Express looking to complete the sweep here for the showcase. Already beating the Philadelphia Little Flyers and the Providence Capitals. As a shot comes in from the point, that misses the net. Goes up to Eddington, right side. Cross-ice pass. Gets knocked down in front. And this is rattled off the glass again. Once again, giving chase after it is Jet Weatherhead, but icing will be called. Last season, the Express went 19-19-4 in the East Division. Played against some really good competition in the East. Did pretty well for themselves. Kyle Robertson, once again behind the bench as head coach for this team. The Express at both levels, always a formidable program, organization. They've gotten so many college commitments over the years. Sending players up from the Premier Division to the EHL and then on to Division III. Here's a stretch pass intended for Weatherhead. It missed his stick, and this goes all the way down for another icing. So Weatherhead's still out there on the ice. A couple of Bears players Some really long shifts. The Express looking to capitalize. Moscone will take the draw for the Express. He'll take it against Connor Williams. Williams wins it back, so now the Bears will try to get it out of their own end. This goes up to Weatherid. And he'll poke it back to his defense. Farrow uses the glass, got it as far as the blue line. Taken back by Nate Gravel. Shoots one in on goal. McLean makes the save. At the point, Nolan Lambert holds it in. Wrist shot, hit off a leg. This goes up to the point. Big blast is gloved down by McLean. Aiden Ladd had a rolling puck as he let it fly, so that just fluttered towards the net, found its way through traffic. And McLean makes the easy glove save. Six minutes, 7 seconds have gone by here in this opening half. It's the Express and the New Jersey Bears. Second game here in the Premier Rink. First one, though, being an exhibition game featuring Delta College Prep. They're a hockey academy out of Columbus, Ohio. And a lot of the staff members working for that team also played in the EHL. So they know what this league is all about, participating here in this showcase. Backhand shot comes in, and a big save by McLean again. That was Josh Livingston. Had a lane to the goal, went to the backhand, but McLean was able to shut the door. At the point now, Guimond takes a shot that bounces towards the goal. That ricochets into the far corner. Express holding the zone here, looking to work off the cycle. At the blue line, Guimond keeps it in once again. Kyle Daly getting in there on the forecheck. Guimond pinching in. He's able to keep it in at the blue line several times, and he dumps it back into the corner. That one also hit the referee in the process. Everyone on their feet, the Express bench. But now the Bears will clear it out. Link racing back to collect, and another icing against the Bears. The Express doing such a great job on the forecheck. The Bears are having a hard time getting clean zone exits. So they're just flipping pucks off the glass, off the boards, but they're going down for icing calls. And right now the Express have 4 of the first 5 shots in the game. Make that 5 of the first 6 as another shot off the draw, this time from Moscone, comes in on McLean. And he'll freeze it. One good thing about that, though, after the icing call, McLean covering the puck, now the Bears can get a line change, some fresh legs out on the ice. And there you see Dominic Mouchon going to his goaltender McLean, getting a water bottle on top of the net. Off the face-off, it was nearly picked off. Could have been a break for Trey Gorski on that cross-ice pass. Intercepted at the blue line. Here's a chance for the Express. They score! A sharp angle shot goes over the shoulder of McLean, and the Express take a 1-0 lead. Sviatoslav Antipkin with the goal. Came down that left wing side and just flipped a shot high over the blocker of McLean. So it's 1-0 Express. Icing was about to be called. They blew the play dead, but McLean came out of his net to play the puck. This faceoff will go to center ice. So for Antipkin, that is his second goal of the season. He now has 7 points in 3 games. 2 goals, 5 assists. One of the leading scorers of this Express team. Big part of their offensive attack. But the Bears get it out, and this will be another icing. We'll have another face-off at the right dot. Kevin Waghorn will take the draw. Zachary Buck collided with an Express player. Their skates got tangled up. He fell down to the ice. And now Will Link holds it in at the blue line for the Express. He'll keep the attack going. It was lost in the skates of Max Hebert. And now it's dumped in by Box as he stepped over the red line. Swung around the boards by Humphreys. Breakout pass was slowed down on a good play by Weathered. He'll chase after it. The 2 number 4s battling after it. Jackson Guimond and Weathered. The Express win the puck battle, and they'll start it up from their own end. Zach Chung pulls away from pressure. He one-hands it out of the zone. Chung racing after it now as he's tangled up with Robert Sarator. Giro looking for the puck. Link gets it back. He throws it rink wide. It was taken away for a moment by Connor Williams. Loose puck in the neutral zone, picked up by the Bears, and Mason Fedorov will dump it in. Humphreys playing head games with Williams, and it almost backfired as a breakout pass caromed off an Express defender and actually went off of Humphreys, who made the save. Would have been a heck of a way for the Bears to get one back. Now Link turned it over in the neutral zone. He gets it right back. From the right side, he dangles around a couple of defenders. Link with a backhand pass. He got it out in front to Livingston, but the Bears were able to pick it off, and they'll take it the other direction. Here's Boatman. His pass deflects back towards the blue line. Wrist shot is blocked. That was Matt Gonzalez who got in front of that. The Express with a 1-0 lead on an early goal from Sviatoslav Antipkin. Livingston lost it. Now breakout pass bounces right in front of the goal. It's controlled by Link. He'll send it up in the air. Goes off the glass. Icing will be waved off. Here's Chung from his own corner. This is worked up to the blue line for Mushan. Turned over. And a cross ice feed went off his skate. Bears get possession. Turned over at the center red line. Express get on side. Gravel had it jarred away. Rifled off the boards. This hops over a couple of sticks, but icing is waved off. This is settled by Lambert. Lambert with a stretch pass to Moscone. It's a one-on-one. Moscone tried to one-hand his way towards the middle of the ice, and it's broken up by Charles Nelson. And now Nelson turns up the speed. Nelson cuts to the middle. He's bumped off the puck. The Express cleared all the way down, and this will be icing against Lambert. Charles Nelson, hailing from Anaheim, California, playing in his first season with the Bears, looking for his first point with the team. And off the draw, Mushan pushed it forward. He'll get to it in the corner. One-timer from the right dot goes wide. Kept in by Melrose. Spun around the boards. Racing after it, Brendan Crowley. He didn't miss by much on that one-timer. just a few moments ago. So New Jersey will reset. Here's Mushon. Could be a mini 2-on-1. Mushon got it across, but the pass is blocked in front. Now here's a one-timer right from the slot and a save made by Humphreys. Troy Gorski was all alone in front, and Humphreys made a great pad save. Here's Lambert, turns it over. Poked up towards the blue line. Bounces around and Tipkin gets to it, takes the hit. Now this is flung over to the near side. Gorski on the re-entry. Takes it in. His shot may have gone off the glove of Humphreys. Bears getting some more offensive pressure here. One-timer from the point goes off the kick plate. Mushon throws it out in front. No one home for the Bears. This could be a 3-on-2 if they hurry. And Tipkin the other way. Drags it through his legs. Goes to his forehand. McLean makes the save. Some good pressure by the Bears. Throwing more pucks on goal. But after that blind pass by Mushon, the Express had a 3-on-2 brewing. And Tipkin dragged it through his legs and was able to get the puck to his forehand. Couldn't get a strong shot away, but either way, good save by McLean. Now this is cleared out of the zone. It's a 2-on-1. Weathered from the left side throws it across and a sliding block. Now another shot from the left circle by Connor Williams. Flutters right into the glove of Humphreys. It was a rolling puck. Williams couldn't get much on it. But how about Jet Weathered? He's been turning on the afterburners. He's been making some plays happen for New Jersey. Colorado native. It's out there on the ice. It pinballs towards the front of the goal and is saved again by Humphreys. That was a centering pass from Xander Boatman, and that may have caromed off an Express defender again. Here is Weathered. Snaps his shot just wide of the net. Kept alive by Farrow. Looking for it in the corner, Guimond. But it goes to the high slot. Risser is blocked. Here's a soft backhand shot from Williams that finds its way towards the net. Humphreys the save. Bears responding well after giving up that first goal by Antipkin. Getting more zone time. They're moving the puck better. I think it all starts in the defensive and neutral zones where they're doing a better job getting controlled zone exits. It's leading to more offensive zone time. Get it in deep off the face-off. Gonzalez couldn't clear the zone. This rims around where Humphrey tries to get it out. It's kept alive at the blue line. Settling the puck here is Christopher Hansen. Up at the point, Daly looking for it. Now a shot from the red line by Chung. As the Express will start the breakout. 10:25 to play in this first half. The Express have a 1-0 lead, but shots are even at 6 apiece. Cross-ice pass goes right to Gonzalez. It's a 1-on-1, and Gonzalez is stripped to the puck. Good defensive play by Chung, and now it's taken back by Boatman. His shot gets blocked by Eddington. Here's Livingston, starting it up from his own end. Poked away, turned over by Hansen. Tried to drag his way through, but he gets bumped away from the puck. Now the Express will take it back. Lambert over to Daly on the left side. Daly blocks the breakout pass, gets it right back. And now he turns to his forehand. Chops one out in front. He had Gonzalez right in front of the goal. And now Livingston looking for it. It was in his skates. It's poked out. Racing ahead with it is Boatman. And he'll shovel it on the backhand deep into the Express zone. They get a partial change. Winter lost it. Here's Link. Tried to take it across, and he got leveled by the linesman. The linesman was really just sort of standing there. Zachary Buck moves it ahead to Duncan Mitchell-Tree. He'll play it into the zone. Good pace here in this first half. The whistles have slowed down, but the pace of play is sped up. It's a shot from Nelson, gets blocked. This will go all the way down. Icing is waved off, so racing back in his own end to get it is Nelson. He absorbs the check right in the corner. Gonzalez looking for it, wrapped around by Mitchell-Tree. Nelson will send it over everybody. It goes towards the goal line, but not enough for an icing. Link and Mitchell-Tree both tangled up in the corner. They separate as Moscone takes it the other way. Into the offensive end. Here's Michael Moscone. He turned it over, and here's a stretch pass. A breakaway for Duncan Mitchell-Tree from the right side, sends a shot high. Great back check by Link to force Mitchell-Tree to take the shot. Now Moscone throws one towards the back post, and that pass just off the mark. Brady Penner was charging at that far side. Here's a 3-on-3 brewing for New Jersey. Here's a wrist shot right on from Mushan, and it's snatched by Humphreys. It's been a while since the Express have been credited with a shot on goal. Bears are leading in the shot department 8-6. Now the Express are playing on their heels a little bit. Mushan out there wins the face-off back, and a shot through traffic from Gorski goes right into the breadbasket of Humphreys. Kieran Humphreys, an 06 birth year out of Westford, Massachusetts. This is his second showcase game, working a 1-0 record thus far. Gorski takes it in, snaps another shot, glove side, and it's stopped and held by Humphreys. 10th shot of the half for the Bears. Bears looking to shake off a 3-1 defeat to the Connecticut Nor'easter yesterday. They'll have one more game against the New Hampshire Avalanche as a rebound shot goes off the side of the net. Humphreys made the initial save on that shot from the point from Box. Now the Express will take it right back in. Guimond has some room. Left side, goes to the backhand. Save made by McLean. And now bank pass up ice. It is swept away by Humphreys. Guimond gets it right back. And he turns it over. This is sent down the length of the ice. Linesman will wave it off. We'll keep play going. Gonzalez. Over to Sarator. Bouncing shot on goal is stopped by McLean. He wasn't sure where it was, but he'll hold on to it, and he covers. Got to say, Dylan McLean, looking at his pads, they have the old-time hockey look with the light brown leather. I've seen a couple of goalies, different junior leagues, rocking that setup, going with a more vintage look. As the puck goes out of play, that nearly took out one of the assistants on the Express bench. .6:20 to go in this opening half. Sviatoslav Antipkin with the lone goal. The Express lead at 1-0. For Antipkin, that's his second goal of the season. He now has 7 points in what is his third game of the season today. Off the faceoff, it's picked up by Mason Fedorov. Behind the net, Williams in a board battle. Loses control. Shipped off the glass and out. This rolls across to McLean. He gets a glove on it, and he will cover. Nate Gravel there on the forecheck forces McLean to cover. Josh Livingston and Connor Williams on the draw. They were tangled up after the faceoff, but it goes to the point for Eddington. Lets it fly from the blue line. It trickles in! Eddington took the shot, and the forwards were pointing to him. They're saying that they did not touch the puck, so Eddington will get the goal, and the Express take a 2-0 lead. And that should be the first point both for Eddington and for Josh Livingston, as Livingston won the draw. Back to Eddington. His shot just pinballed off. Not sure if that went off McLean's glove and maybe off a defender before going in. Time of the goal, 19 minutes and 12 seconds. So even though the Bears were playing better, oh, hang on, here's a great move. The shot, they score! The Express win the faceoff. They take it right back the other way, and they score again to make it 3-0. It's Sarator. Robert Sarator gets his first goal of the season. Matt Gonzalez will get the primary assist. Gonzalez danced his way into the offensive zone, and the puck slid over to Sarator, where he roofed a shot over the glove of McLean. 2 goals in a span of 15 seconds, and McLean has been pulled. Matteo Scalabrizzi is now in net. The Express looking for more. They have it in the offensive zone as a backhand pass goes wide. Here's a backhand shot. Scalabrizzi gets his first save. That was Michael Moscone working his way to the slot, danced around a couple of Bears defenders, and shoveled a backhander from the hash marks. Matteo Scalabrizzi was there to cut it off as he makes the stop. First showcase appearance for Scalabrizzi. He has an 0-1 record so far this season. And he comes in relief for Dylan McLean. Icing called against the Express. So Jackson Brasser wasting no time with the goalie change. You could argue, too, it's maybe not so much an indictment on McLean, but just a way to try to snap the Bears back into it. They had given up that first goal, but they started controlling the tempo. They were pouring more shots on net and testing out Kieran Humphreys. Give up a goal off a face-off on a point shot, but then you give up that third goal. And I think that's where you just try to do whatever you can to keep your team back in it, or keep your team in the game, rather. So the next few minutes will be very important for the Bears. See if maybe they can try to get one back. Now the Express playing with more confidence. Stretch pass went wide. It went all the way towards Humphreys, but he played the puck. There will be no icing on the play. Now Robert Sarator carries it back in. Tried to float a pass across the middle, turned it over. This will go down for an icing against New Jersey. So the Express Hockey Club will get some fresh legs out for the draw. .332 to play in this half. 3-0 the score. Sviatoslav and Tipkin open things up. And then the Express opened this game with 2 goals in a span of 15 seconds. Carson Eddington and Robert Sarator. Dylan McLean started the game, and he has been replaced by Matteo Scalabrizzi. Sarator will throw it in behind the Bears' goal. On the forecheck, Kyle Daly. Daly wanted to go to the far side for Link. That caromed out into the neutral zone, so the Express will reset. Turned over at the red line. Controlled and dumped in by Josh Ruggiero. Sean looking to pick it free. Big scrum along the boards. Play behind the net for Gonzalez. Pinballs out to the red line. Gorski. Angled one back off the boards. Here comes Mouchon on a 3-on-3 rush. He cuts to the middle. Mouchon holds on to it. Snaps the shot. That's saved by Humphreys. It went off his stick. Now Daly will punch it out. Ruggiero gains control, curls back in his own end, scans the ice for options, and he'll work it up ice for Mouchon. Here's Mouchon, top of the left circle, takes a shot that's blocked by the stick of Link, and it goes up and out of play. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. For all the fans and parents who are new to the EHL and the EHLP, we have the 25-minute halves instead of the traditional 3-minute periods. I actually had some parents coming up to me in the first few days of the showcase and asking about that. So I guess there are some parents and fans who actually are not familiar or get taken, I guess, a little surprised by that. Here's a shot from Weatherhead that goes wide. Kept in at the point by Melrose. Now swung back down to the half wall. Weatherhead is there. Now a centering feed from Williams. Went to the slot. No one was there for New Jersey. And here's a 2-on-1 for the Express. Here's a centering feed. A one-timer goes wide. Nate Gravel looking to make it a 4-0 contest. Shot it off the heel of his stick. Couldn't get it on goal. Now Weatherhead with the takeaway. Gets around one man. Weatherhead cuts to the middle. Shoots one. Save made by Humphreys. It was just beyond his left pad as he made the kick save, but he's able to smother the rebound before anyone else could get to it. Minute to go in this opening half. 3-0 the score. The Express lead. The Express, the only team in either league, the EHL or the P, to not play prior to the showcase, but they're hoping to start their season 3-0. They had already beaten the Philadelphia Little Flyers and the Providence Capitals. And they're hoping to close things out here against the Express, or against the Bears. Off the face-off. It's won back by the Express. Link muscled it ahead, and now Livingston will take it in. He had his stick lifted. This goes out towards the red line. Link will move it across. Played in by Guimond. He has a goal in each of the first 2 showcase games. Goal against the Little Flyers and the Capitals. Here's Antipkin with a quick shot. That's stopped by Scalabrizzi. His follow-up from behind the goal line went off the side of the net. Bears on the breakout. An errant pass goes right back to the Express control. Taken back in by Guimond. He's got a lane, winds up, fires, and a save by Scalabrizzi. Five seconds left in the half. Shots are 13-12. Bears leading in the shot department, but they trail 3-0. Michael Moscone will take the draw for the Express. It goes to the side, and Antipkin lets one fly from a sharp angle. That is stopped by Scalabrizzi, and that will be the end of the opening half. So the Express lead it 3-0. Sviatoslav Antipkin scored first. Then it was Carson Eddington on a shot from the faceoff. Puck sort of pinballed its way in. He made it 2-0. And then Robert Sarator scored on a brilliant feed from Matt Gonzalez, dangled the defenseman, and then slid the puck right to Sarator as he shot one home for his first goal of the season. First goal as an Express Hockey Club player in the EHLP, and he made it 3-0. We'll take a break here on Flow Hockey as you're watching the Icebreakers Showcase to open up the season for the EHL and EHLP. We'll be right back in about 10-15 minutes for the start of the second half. We welcome you back here on Flow Hockey and this EHLP matchup between the Express Hockey Club and the New Jersey Bears. Anthony DiPaolo here. Thank you for joining us here on Flow Hockey. We continue day 3 of the EHLP Showcase here in Attleboro, Massachusetts. Puck is down. We are underway. The Express lead 3-0. with goals coming from Antipkin, Eddington, and Sarator. Also, I'd like to make a correction. Dylan McLean did not start today. He's not even dressed for today's game. That was a different goaltender entirely. Charles Holthusen, who was in goal, but it is now Matteo Scalabrizzi who started, or who's in goal right now. This comes in, they score! Dominic Mouchon goes short side, and the Bears get on the board just 43 seconds into the half. Mouchon gets his third goal of the season. He took it up the right wing side, shoveled one over the glove of Humphreys, and the Bears finally break through. Bears in the brown jerseys going left to right. You just saw with that goal they scored. That was Mouchon getting his third of the season. The Express in the white jerseys going right to left. They're breaking it out right now, looking for a response. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez slowed down at the top of the circle by Gorski. And now it's a scrum along the boards. Tapped around the net. After it here, Kyle Daly pushes it ahead. Sarator took a whack at it. Rimmed around the boards. It's kept in. Skating with it now is Nelson. Got it out towards the neutral zone. It's played right back in. And it's settled by Zachary Chung. Spins away from trouble. And he'll hand it off. but it's turned over. A giveaway. Max Hebert throws a shot on goal, saved by Scalabrese. Express get it right back, and a pass towards the point is intercepted, and it's flipped in by Gorski. Humphreys will play the puck. Nope, he'll cover instead. Offensive zone draw for the Bears. And if you want to come back from a 3-0 deficit, scoring in the first minute of the half certainly helps your case. Brought it down to a 2-goal deficit. At the very start, still 22 minutes and 49 seconds to play here in regulation. As a dump-in attempt from Penner went over the glass. We talked about it in the first half. When the Bears gave up that first goal by Antipkin, at that point the Express really controlled the play, controlled the tempo for those first few minutes. But the Bears picked it up after trailing 1-0. And they were getting their chances, they were getting shots on goal, and the Express were playing on their heels a little bit. And then Eddington took a shot off the face-off, one that maybe Holthusen would like back. And then they gave up another goal just 15 seconds later, that third one from Sarator. But Jackson Brasser probably had a good talk with the players in the dressing room during the ice cut, and they've come out flying here in the second half. Scalabrese makes a save on a sharp angle shot from the goal line. Goes up to the red line. Guimond fired it across. Now this goes back over to the near side. Off the boards, Penner fishes the puck out of the skates of the linesman. Now stretch pass intended for Boatman was cut off, and here's a shot right on that's stopped by Scalabrese. Penner took a snapshot that sort of handcuffed the goaltender. Boatman works it up ice, looking for it Nelson, and Tipkin gets bumped off the puck by Fedorov. Thomas Box is looking for Liam Stoddard. That pass cut off, and Tipkin kicks it back to his forehand, circles the goal. He's able to evade a defender, but lost the puck in the process. Curling with it is Liam Stoddard. He had an assist in yesterday's game against the Nor'easter. Tried to get the return pass there, but it's picked off, and it goes to Antipkin. Steps over the blue line, and Antipkin had it knifed away. Here's Nate Gravel behind the net, jostling for the puck, but he loses control. At the blue line, Ladd keeps it in. His shot gets blocked right in front of the goal by Ryan Melrose. Here's a backhand shot that goes bouncing through the crease. That was Michael Moscone. Moscone gets it back. Moscone goes for the wraparound, and he hooked it towards the blue line. It goes back into the Express zone. Here's Antipkin, catches the long pass, jams on the brakes, curls, turns a shot on net, and it's stopped by Scalabrese, where he will get the whistle. 20 minutes exactly on the scoreboard. Sounds like a full period of play. Bears trailing by 2. 3-1 is the score. But they have the most recent goal, Dominic Mouchon getting his third of the season. And now off the face-off, a pass to the point was tipped away by Troy Gorski, and he nearly had a step for a potential breakaway. Good recovery, though, by the Express defense. This is flipped up towards the blue line. It goes out of the zone. Gorski with another crack at it. Up the left side, Gorski chopped it towards the net. It goes over the cage and over Humphreys. As it's steered around the boards, it's held in by Chung. Got it down towards the goal line. Centering feed got past Christopher Hansen. Now stretch pass up ice is stopped by Ruggiero. Kyle Daly gets it back, steps over the line. He's with Gonzalez. Now Gonzalez looking for the backdoor pass from Oscone. That one missed. And a slap shot from the point is held by Scalabrese. Off the face-off, it's one back. Wrist shot blocked in the circles. Connor Williams stepped in front of that one. Here's Eddington, uses the glass, gets up to the blue line. Kept in for a moment, but now the Bears will take it out. Dancing his way through, looking for it is Boatman, knocked away from his reach. And a pass up to the point was cut off. Weatherhead gets it right back. He gets shoved down to the ice, but he makes the play, moves it down to the corner. Picked up by the Bears. Jackson Brasser looking for a hooking call as Ruggiero had his stick held before he could get that shot away. Here is Ruggiero at his own end. Slings it up to the neutral zone. But it's dumped back behind Scalabrese. Stop and go move. An express forechecker crashes hard into the boards. And now the play is blown dead. That appears to be Kevin Waghorn. Not sure if he was helped into the boards by a Bears player. It looked like he tried to throw a hit, and the Bears defense just sort of spun away from him. Good sign, though. Waghorn skating back to the bench on his own power, and now we resume play. And two Bears players falling down at the same time as a shot on goal is stopped by Scalabrese. Nate Gravel let that one fly from the right circle. Face off to the left of Scalabrese. Bears win the draw. Flipped off the glass. It goes out to the red line. Here's Crowley. He sends it to the middle for Mouchon. Mouchon, power move, cuts back to the goal. Tried to score the same way he did earlier this half and couldn't get it. Bears get it right back. Here's a shot from the right side. Humphreys makes the save on that shot from Gorski. It goes back to the high slot. Gorski gets to it, leaves it for Mouchon. Backhand feed, tried to work it across for Crowley. That was blocked, and now Mouchon gets it back. He drops it all for Crowley. He's on a breakaway. Crowley goes to his backhand and is poked away. Great back check by Jackson Guimond, as Crowley couldn't even get the shot off. So it remains a 3-1 score. Bears trying to claw themselves back into this game. Daly turns it over. Bears turning up the forecheck a bit. They force a couple of turnovers against the Express. And that's how Crowley had that last opportunity. Here's Livingston. Throws it across, and a one-touch pass is fanned on. It was taken away by Connor Williams, but offside is the call. Just under 16 minutes to play. here in this second half. The Express with a 3-1 lead. All three of their goals took place in the first half. It was Antipkin, then Eddington, then Sarator. Dominic Mouchon got the Bears on the board early in this second half. And they're pushing for another one, trying to cut the deficit down. It's played in by Connor Williams. Daly couldn't catch the pass cleanly, so it stays in the offensive zone. Bears working to set up in the O zone. And a cross-ice pass is picked off by Livingston. He'll push it out. Nice move in the neutral zone. Takes it down the right wing side. He is defended well by Williams as Williams takes it away. Xander Boatman clears the zone, thrown right back in by Daly. Both teams get a partial change. This is flipped out and dumped in. Plays onside. Penner there on the forecheck, but the Bears will get control and they'll start the breakout from their own end. It's a 3-on-3 rush. Humphreys the save. He juggled it with his stick. Reaching for it was Hanson. He got knocked down to the ice. This is sent all the way down. Icing will be called against the Express. We haven't seen as many icings here in this first half. Both teams have played much better in terms of passing and maybe not going for the home run passes as much and getting those tape-to-tape passes. And we're seeing more clean zone exits from both sides. And it's led to a very fun second half. Really like the pace here. It's a shot from the faceoff is gloved down by Humphreys. That was one right back to Gorski. A couple of players jawing at each other after the whistle, but now the Express will go for a change here. Bouchon tried to push it forward off the face-off. It's one back by the Express. Puck sits right at the center ice logo, taken by Mouchon, alternate captain for this Bears team. It goes to Nate Gravel. Gravel in. His snapshot is blocked by Chung. Good job to get his stick in the lane. 13:44 to play in this half. Bears will take it. Pass goes off the skates of Crowley. So now New Jersey will start the breakout again. This goes up to the neutral zone. Mouchon takes it away from the left side. Pulls the trigger. His shot gets blocked. Chung threw it up the left side. No one was there. The Express will take it right back in. Great move by Moscone, and he couldn't get the shot away. Chung sweeps it to the corner. Here's a fluttering shot from the point. That is blocked by Ruggiero. Racing ahead with it. Here comes Gorski. Gorski threw it through his legs, and now a sharp angle shot is turned aside by Humphreys. Now the Express will take it back out. They'll look for the counterattack with numbers. Turns into a 2-on-3. Lambert coming in, and that shot may have just hit the crossbar. Not sure if Scalabrizzi got a piece of it or not. Cutting to the middle is Livingston. He's stripped of the puck by Weatherhead. And now Weatherhead throws a saucer pass over to the far side. Mushan with the drop pass, turned over. The Express looking to take it back the other way, but now the Bears will get it right back and flip it in. Good play by Nelson. This is floated up in the air. Bears punch it back towards the Express zone, but now Jackson Guimond turns on the Jets. Guimond cuts to the middle, holds on to it, gets it to Livingston, backpedals, gets it back to Guimond. Now a return pass to Livingston. Cuts to the middle, shoots one just high and wide. An area pass connects to Jet Weatherhead. Tried to sidestep his way past a defenseman. He lost control of the puck. That was Will Link who played that nicely, took it away. $11:15 to go in regulation. The Express defending a 3-1 lead. Bears are playing with a bit more urgency now. Now the Express force a turnover off the forecheck. Good job by Max Hebert, but his pass was a little off the mark. Bears have iced the puck, though. Now this face-off will go back in their own end. Bears in their second season in the EHLP. Again, they got 20 wins last season. Their EHL team has finished first in the South Division for the last few seasons. Makes sense that their premier team has found early success playing out of Flemington. Shout out to Patrick Milam, always doing a terrific job on the Bears broadcasts at both levels. Kevin Waghorn was slowed down as he wanted to play it deep into the Bears zone. Now Lambert steps over the red line. He shoots one just wide of the goal. It comes over to the far side, and a slap shot from Waghorn is blocked. This is picked up by Penner. Takes it along the right side. Penner stays along the perimeter. Throws one on goal, and it goes off the stick of Scalabrizzi. It's kept in at the blue line. Look out here, though. Defenseman fell down, and it's poked out. But it's taken over by Lambert. Got it across to Penner. Penner drags it to the middle. Poke to the outside. Gravel is there. Throws a sharp angle shot on net, and a save by Scalabrizzi. Clearing attempt is blocked by Moscone. It goes up to the point for Gravel. Sidesteps around a defenseman, gets it to Moscone. His shot was blocked. Ruggiero holds on to it. Flips it over to the far side. Stretch pass is cut off. A turnover, and here come the Express. A behind the back pass from Gravel found its way to Antipkin. His shot was blocked away. Under 9 to play in this second half. Still a 3-1 game. Express lead it. And they're putting on the pressure offensively here. Guimond rolls it back behind the goal for Gravel. Gravel spins to his forehand. Got it up high for Guimond. It bounces past everybody, and Antipkin's denied by Scalabrizzi. Antipkin got knocked down on a reverse hit. This is taken up by Mushan from his own end. He picks up speed, zigzags his way through center. Here comes Mushan. Curls back at the blue line. Got it over to the left side. Sharp angle shot. Went off of Humphrey. And this is cleared all the way down. This puck is rolling towards the corner, and this will be icing against the Express. Now some players will have to get back out on the ice, but it looks like head coach Kyle Robertson will call a timeout. So Robertson will give his puts players to rest. Jackson Brasser going over the strategy for the Bears. Kieran Humphreys with 16 saves on 17 shots. Matteo Scalabrese coming in early in the first half. It's really held down the fort for the Bears, although they have been playing much better in this second half. And a good chunk of the first half as well, but this will be the Express's final game of the showcase. If they can hold on here, they'll complete the sweep. They had a 6-1 win over the Little Flyers, a 5-2 win over the Providence Capitals yesterday in a doubleheader. The Bears trying to bounce back from a 3-1 loss to the Connecticut Nor'easter yesterday, and then tomorrow morning they will face the New Hampshire Avalanche. The Avalanche beat the Atlantic City Seals in the secondary rank behind this one by a score of 5-1. They're coming off a 4-2 win over the 87s yesterday, so the Avalanche with 2 wins over Mid-Atlantic Conference teams. So now we'll have the face-off. In the Express zone, Mushan wins it back. Bears looking to claw back from a 2-goal deficit. It slides up towards the blue line. It's held in for a moment, but the dumping attempt was blocked and is taken up by Jackson Guimond. Steps over the blue line, offside the call. .751 to play in regulation. Bears win the draw again. Crowley went for the toe drag, couldn't get it past the defenseman Guimond. It's a shot off the boards. This will not be enough for an icing. It goes right in front of Scalabrese. Look out, Scalabrese will have to sweep it away as Zachary Chung lost it right in front of his own net. Another turnover. Livingston got it to Sarator, but it's gloved out and taken out by Crowley. Brendan Crowley, rather, in a 2-on-1 or 2-on-2 rush. Mushan got a shot on goal. Humphrey the save, and now a shot from the blue line is blocked. Chung gets to it. He stood up at the blue line, but Crowley is there to keep the play going. Chung throws a hit, and he sends Livingston down to the ice. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Sloppy line change. Here's Gonzalez. Takes a shot that is stopped. But now we have a stoppage. Looks like too many men will be called. You can see the linesman. He had 6 fingers up. You could hear the benches yelling, and it seemed like the Express bench was calling for the too many men penalty to be called, and it looks like they will get it. This will be the first penalty of the game, by the way. And it's not even so much an infraction so much as the result of a sloppy line change. Really speaks to how cleanly this game has been played. Even the exhibition game earlier today between Delta College Prep and the Union Junior Thunder, that was a pretty physical, feisty game. Quite a few penalties. But now the Bears get called for too many men on the ice. Duncan Mitchell-Tree will serve the penalty. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 15 seconds. So the Express will go on the power play. Link with a shot, and it bounces in. That just took 3 seconds And the Express regain a 3-goal lead. They make it 4-1. And for Link, that's his second goal of the season, the Walpole native. A back-breaking goal for the Bears. Time of the goal, 18 minutes and 19 seconds. That was a very similar goal to Carson Eddington. A point shot off the faceoff. Look out here. Here's Antipkin off the turnover, and he sends one wide. And Carson Eddington's goal, he also took a shot that found its way through traffic, hit off the glove of the goaltender Holthusen, and trickled into the net. Same thing happened here on that shot from Link, where it hit off the glove of Matteo Scalabrizzi, and again just trickled its way into the net. (4-1) the score. The Express lead with 6:03 remaining in the second half. This is skated out off the faceoff by Weathered. Played around the boards, turned over, a shot from Williams. Circles around the boards. Appeared as far as the blue line, but not out. Bears keep it in. Weathered had it hop over his stick. So now it's fired right back in by Liam Stoddard. He bumps into Lambert, but he stays on his feet, still has the puck. Lambert will skate it out from his own end, makes a couple of nice moves in his own zone, and now he'll take it through center. Lambert jams on the brakes, opens up on his forehand, gets around one man, lost control of the puck. An Express player got bumped into the net, and now there's some pushing and shoving. Scalabrizzi getting involved as well. Scalabrizzi getting right into the face of Nolan Lambert. Referee skates towards the scores box. We'll see if we have a penalty. It's going to go against the Bears. I could hear Jackson Brasser, the head coach, saying, "That's all you have." So Scalabrizzi will get the penalty for roughing. The Express will head right back to the power play. They're 1-for-1. Duncan Mitchelltree heads back into the box. He'll serve another penalty he did not commit. This will be a 5-on-3. It looks like Jackson Brasser was assessed a bench minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. There are 2 penalties up on the scoreboard. The officials are talking with, I believe that is Dominic Mouchon, or maybe that's Thomas Box. Time of both penalties, 19 minutes and 42 seconds. Referee talking with Kyle Robertson. But now the players will line up. This will be a 5-on-3 power play coming up for the Express. They already have a 4-1 lead. They can really put it out of reach here. Moscone wins the faceoff. It goes to Will Link. Back up to the point. The Express moving the puck around. Link fires. That shot gets blocked right in front of the goal. That was Ryan Melrose. Knocked it down with his stick. Here's Michael Moscone up to Link. Saucer pass over to the right side. Spinning away with it, Guimond. Guimond takes it down low. Here's Sviatoslav Antipkin. Antipkin drops it off for Link. Gravel banging his stick on the ice. He's open, gets it, backdoor. Big save by Scalabrizzi, and the net gets dislodged. Great job by the Express to move the puck around, and they got it to Gravel at that right side, but Scalabrizzi pushing over to his left. He makes the pad save. Minute 22 left on both penalties. Scalabrizzi got the first penalty for roughing. And then the Bears took an additional bench minor from Jackson Brasser. Referee had enough and made it a 2-man advantage. Puck goes out of play on the clearing attempt. So we'll have another face-off at that left circle. The puck caroms over to the corner. It's poked as far as the blue line, but it's kept in by Antipkin. Gravel's pass deflects off a stick, and it ramps up over the glass. Melrose is able to get his stick on that. He'll get another whistle. Now the Express will switch up their power play unit. Kyle Daly out there with Matt Gonzalez and Robert Sarator. Nolan Lambert and Carson Eddington also out there. Here's Gonzalez, drops it off to Eddington. Eddington back over to Gonzalez. Return pass to Eddington, now Lambert, the left side. Across for Eddington, wrist shot, misses the net. Here's Sarator. 44 seconds left on the 5-on-3. The Express moving the puck around, looking for good shooting opportunities. Lambert tried to send one back post for Daly. That one missed. There's a save by Scalabrizzi on a sharp angle shot. It goes to Lambert. Works it across Gonzalez, plays it down low. Here's a centering feed. It bounces off his stick. It goes out of the zone. The Bears get a clear. 17 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Both players will come out of the box at the same time. This goes up to the point for Lambert. He shoots and a save by Scalabrizzi. 6 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. This penalty kill's fared much better for the Bears. Earlier this half, they took a penalty and the Express converted right away on a goal from William Link. He made it 4-1, really put the game out of reach for the Bears. But both players will step out of the box. We're back to full strength as the penalties expire. And here's Mouchon, works it out in front. Big save made by Humphreys. Mouchon threw it to the front of the net. A golden opportunity for Crowley, and he's denied by the pad of Humphrey. Here's Penner with a snapshot from the left circle. That deflects over the crossbar. 2:45 to play in regulation. Crunch time for the Bears. Here's Crowley, top of the right circle. Flings the wrist shot on goal. That's punched away by Humphrey again. Massive hit thrown by Zachary Chung at the blue line, but the Express still have possession. Livingston gets crushed along the boards, and then he retaliates, and that'll be a penalty. There's a scrum in front of the net, and this time Scalabrizzi put both of his hands up over his head. He doesn't want to take another penalty. That was funny from Scalabrese. But there will be a penalty coming up against Livingston. He'll head to the box, roughing the call. He took the hit from Liam Stoddard, and he thought maybe that should have been a penalty, understandably so. But then Livingston retaliated. He gets the call for roughing, and that will put the Bears on the power play for the first time today. The Express get the clear. The Bears will have to work quickly on this power play. We'll also see if Jackson Brasser will pull Scalabrese for the extra attacker. He's staying in his net for now. It's worked right to the slot. Shot gets blocked, and it's skated out by the Express. Here's Eddington. Steps over the red line. He'll just throw it in on goal, and they'll get the whistle. And Tipkin went towards the goal, forcing Matteo Scalabrese to cover. And the Express will get an offensive zone face-off while shorthanded. Minute 48 left in regulation. They're defending a 4-1 lead. Bears trying to close the gap as they're on the power play. A late penalty from Josh Livingston. He was called for roughing. Mouchon takes it in. He scores! What a shot from Dominic Mouchon. From a bad angle, he goes bar down. And the Bears are still alive. It's 4-2. That is an unbelievable shot from Dominic Mouchon. A power play goal, his second of the game and fourth of the season. So the Bears convert on the power play. Time of the goal, 23-25. And off the faceoff, Stoddard pushed it forward, got it into the offensive zone, but it's punched back out to center ice. It's a bouncing puck, both teams looking for it. And now the Bears have it from their own end. Minute 20 to go. This goes up to the Express blue line. It's nursed back into the Express zone. A smart play here by Eddington. He took his time before starting the breakout. Minute to go in the second half. Scalabrese makes the save. Now the Bears will race the other way with it. They have to get two in order to tie it. This is dumped in by Gonzalez, forcing the Bears to break out the full length of the ice once again. Now they'll take it into the offensive zone, but a shot gets blocked. The Express will take it right back out. Gonzalez has plenty of room in the neutral zone. He steps over the red line. He'll toss it in. Under 30 to play. The Express doing a great job just keeping the puck in the Bears' end. Mouchon kicks the puck towards the slot area. He gets it right back, and now he'll move it up ice. Here's Crowley with just about 10 seconds remaining. Skated out by Antipkin, 7 seconds left. Antipkin looking for one more, throws a pass across, but it's intercepted, and that'll do it. So the Express defeat the Bears 4-2. They complete the showcase sweep, defeating the Little Flyers, the Providence Capitals, and now the Bears. And with the sweep, the Express improves to 3-0 this season. The final goal of the first half from Robert Sarator stands as the game winner. Dominic Mouchon kept it close, scored a pair of goals from both sides of the ice at sharp angles, beautiful shots. His second one going bar down. but it was not enough. William Link with the other goal for the Express. He scored that one on the power play. So for the Express, they'll get a little bit of rest before they go back into action again, and the Bears will play one more game here in this showcase. That will be tomorrow morning against the New Hampshire Avalanche at 8:10 a.m. Here in this rink, after the ice cut, we'll have one more game featuring the Union Junior Thunder and the Connecticut Nor'easter. Be sure to catch that one here on Flow Hockey. But we thank you again for tuning in here for the Icebreakers Showcase. All the EHL and EHLP teams are in action between the Cadillac Ice Arena in Walpole and here at the New England Sports Village in Attleboro. But one final time, the final score, the Express 4, the Bears 2. Be sure to tune in for the rest of the showcase here on Flow Hockey. My name's Anthony DiPaolo saying we'll see you next time.